feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 12 of the NFL.
Upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now come the Patriots as they are led out by their quarterback, a former MVP of the National Football League back in 2015, Cam Newton.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they'll begin by running the option. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Sony Michel, his first carry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On 2nd and 9, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. first down, Bills.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Tyler Bass to kick off for him.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Oh, what a juke into space.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And the totals for Sammy Watkins in last week's game. 7 catches, 78 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On second down, Michel. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Less than a yard.
Newton on third down. And this is caught by Watkins. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final number, pretty impressive, courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Allen from the gun on third down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. first down. Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Allen with a throw caught by Beasley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Beasley.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Allen now on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And Oliver racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Take it at the 37. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Darius Leonard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. The 15. Up to make the 10. Of the first half, all knotted up at 7. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. Scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both learned. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good. So good, he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Epinesa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 3rd down, Michelle. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary as time expires in the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we have come to halftime, and what's already... We now proceed to the start of the second half. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Try and run for this with Moss. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He sets to fire deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they can put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Oh, good move.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Oh, man, can't do that.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that. but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him down.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now, hang tight, we pause for an injury to the wide receiver, Stephon Diggs, who is yet to hop back on his feet. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Moss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide. Did not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Michel. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, Michel. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and long, it's Newton.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return, it's White. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a run with Moss. Now Moss hit, and the football pops free.
And it's picked up by the Patriots.
The ball carrier.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free. Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got his tight end, Burton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
On the return, this is Micah Hyde.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Winters, room to run inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And his throw is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that takes us from second to third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Allen and Knox teaming up there for a Buffalo first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, here's Newton. On the move to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
We dominate today for the Patriots. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ed Oliver, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. And it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on third down for the Pats. 59 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
You run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
On 2nd and goal, Newton. And that is incomplete here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. To the air again, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They snap it to Newton. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Bills are going to get the football back. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Winters, and he'll be taken down at the 18. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Third down, here's a run by Moss. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On first down, Winters. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Winters. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
So it's a victory.